Welcome, travelers of Middle-earth. Today we delve into a mystery woven through the very heart of Tolkien's legendarium. A question that has lingered like the echoes of ancient songs in the White Towers of Gondor. Does the White Tree of Gondor hold a connection to the Two Trees of Valinor? This tale stretches from the radiant glory of the Elder Days to the shadowed struggle of the Third Age, a journey through time, symbolism, and the ever-turning wheel of fate in Arda. Our story begins in the undying lands of Aman in the years of the trees, before the making of the moon and sun. In the blessed realm of Valinor, under the care of the Valar, stood two magnificent creations, Telperion and Laurelin. These were no ordinary trees. They were the very essence of light itself, crafted by Yavanna, the giver of fruits. Telperion shone silver, a living embodiment of moonlight's gentle grace, while Laurelin burned gold, like the first fire of dawn. Together they illuminated Valinor and were revered by the elves as the greatest marvels of creation. But as with many of Tolkien's deepest tales, beauty attracted envy. Morgoth, the first Dark Lord in league with the monstrous Ungoliant, poisoned the two trees in a night of treachery, plunging the world into darkness. Yet hope was not lost. Before the light of Telperion faded completely, Yavanna preserved a single silver flower from its branches. This became Isil, the moon. From Laurelin's last golden fruit was crafted Anar, the sun. But another legacy of Telperion's grace remained, secret and sacred. A seedling, nurtured in the heart of Valinor. This seedling, Galathilion, was gifted by Yavanna to the elves of Tirion, who planted it in the courts of the city. Though it bore no light of its own, unlike Telperion, it was a living memory of that ancient radiance. From Galathilion came Celeborn, another sapling taken to the Isle of Numenor by the faithful Dunedain. When Numenor fell in 319 of the Second Age, under the shadow of Sauron's deceit and their own pride, the last seedling of Celeborn was rescued by Isildur. Isildur's daring escape from the downfall of Numenor carries with it profound significance. He risked his life not merely for survival, but to preserve a legacy of light older than the sun and moon. That seedling, planted in Minas Ithil, became a symbol of hope and resilience for the Númenórean exiles in Middle-earth. But fate was cruel. Sauron's shadow returned, and Minas Ithil fell. The White Tree was destroyed, yet once again Isildur had preserved a sapling. This tree would stand in Minas Anor, later known as Minas Tirith, the final living echo of Telperion in Middle-earth. Now, the connection becomes clearer. The White Tree of Gondor is not a mere symbol. It is a descendant of Telperion, carrying the silver memory of the Two Trees of Valinor into the fading light of the Third Age. Every time a white tree bloomed in Gondor, it was as if the ancient radiance of Valinor found a small, enduring echo within the mortal world. This lineage of light carried profound spiritual significance, symbolizing hope, renewal, and the endurance of the faithful amidst the long defeat that Tolkien so often wove into his tales. The symbolism of the White Tree stretches far beyond its physical form. It is woven into the very destiny of Gondor and the lineage of its kings. In Two of the Third Age, when Isildur planted the sapling in Minas Anor, the White Tree became more than just a reminder of Númenor's glory. It was a living testament to the sacred covenant between the Valar and the faithful of Númenor. As long as the White Tree bloomed, it signified the rightful rule of the king, descended from Elendil, the last true heir of Númenor. Its withering would foretell the absence of rightful kingship and the fading of Gondor's strength. Through the centuries, Gondor flourished, and the White Tree stood proudly, its silver blossoms shimmering under the stars, reflecting the light of Telperion's ancient grace. Yet, in 1636 of the Third Age, a great shadow fell across the land, with the outbreak of the Great Plague, devastating the realm and claiming the life of King Telemnar. The White Tree withered in the same year, a dire omen that echoed the waning strength of Gondor's kingship. No new seedling was found, and though the line of the kings endured for a time, the tree's decay was a harbinger of the kingdom's slow decline. By 2050 of the Third Age, with the death of King Erna and the ascension of the Stuarts, Gondor entered a shadowed age without a monarch. The dead white tree remained standing in the court of the fountain, a silent witness to Gondor's fading glory and the absence of the king. The people of Gondor refused to cut it down, for they believed that only the return of the rightful heir could restore it, an echo of ancient prophecy and a testament to their enduring hope. The return of Aragorn, known as Elessar, in 3019 of the Third Age, marked the fulfillment of that long-held hope. After Sauron's fall and the crowning of the king, Aragorn did not immediately cut down the withered tree. Instead, he sought out its living legacy. High upon the slopes of Mindolluin, the sacred mountain behind Minas Tirith, a new sapling was found, a gift from the Valar themselves, hidden until the time was ripe. This discovery was not mere chance. It was a sign that Aragorn's rule was blessed by the divine, and that the ancient light of Valinor, through Telperion's lineage, had not been extinguished. Planting the new sapling in the court of the fountain symbolized the rebirth of Gondor and the restoration of the true king. It was as if the light of Telperion had once again taken root in the mortal world, reaffirming the bond between the West and Middle-earth. The flourishing of the white tree under Aragorn's reign signaled a new age of hope, peace, and prosperity, not only for Gondor, but for all the free peoples of Middle-earth. The deeper significance of the white tree lies not just in its lineage, but in what it represents within Tolkien's broader legendarium. It is a symbol of divine grace, a physical reminder of the light of Eru, Ilúvatar, the creator of all things in Arda, and the continuing influence of the Valar in the mortal realms. Through each of its incarnations, from Telperion to the saplings of Gondor, the white tree serves as a beacon of hope and renewal in the face of darkness and despair, embodying Tolkien's recurring theme of eucatastrophe, the sudden, joyous turn of fortune that brings light into the darkest hour. For Aragorn, the restoration of the white tree was not merely a political necessity, but a spiritual reaffirmation of his rightful kingship. His very name, Elessar, the Elfstone, evokes the theme of renewal and healing. The finding of the sapling upon Mindolluin is no coincidence. It echoes the ancient blessings of the Valar upon those who remain faithful to the old ways and honor the memory of the blessed. Aragorn's reverence for the legacy of the tree reveals his understanding that true kingship in Middle-earth is not about dominion, but about stewardship, humility, and service. The metaphysical connection between the white tree and the Two Trees of Valinor also reflects Tolkien's profound belief in the cyclical nature of history and the idea of subcreation, the notion that all beings in Arda, especially elves and men, are reflections of Eru's creative will. Each new sapling, each rebirth of the white tree signifies not just a return to glory, but a remembrance of the deeper harmony that once existed between the mortal and divine realms. This theme resonates with the tragic beauty of Tolkien's world. Even in loss, there is always the seed of renewal, as long as faith and memory endure. Yet there is an undeniable sorrow woven into the legacy of the white tree, a reflection of Tolkien's notion of the long defeat. Though light may endure through rebirths, it is never as radiant as it once was in the elder days. The white tree of Gondor, though noble, is but a shadow of Telperion's splendor. Even as Aragorn's reign brings hope and restoration, it is tempered by the knowledge that Middle-earth is a fading world. The elves are departing, and the days of men will eventually bring new struggles and sorrows. The white tree, in all its beauty, stands as a silent reminder of a past that can never fully return. Tolkien's personal Catholic faith also threads through this imagery, with the white tree serving as a Christ-like symbol of resurrection and enduring grace. The tree's death and rebirth parallel themes of sacrifice, loss, and divine mercy, echoing the promise that even in the darkest times, light and hope can be rekindled through courage, faith, and humility. The renewal of the white tree under Aragorn's hand symbolizes not just the restoration of a kingdom, but the enduring triumph of good over evil, however fleeting that victory may be, in the grand design of Arda. The legacy of the white tree also reflects one of Tolkien's most profound themes, the tension between mortality and immortality, a thread that runs deep through the histories of elves and men. The Two Trees of Valinor, Telperion and Lorelin, represented a time before death's shadow had touched Arda, when the world was young and unmarred by the fall of Morgoth. Their light was pure and eternal, a gift untouched by time or decay. Yet, as their destruction marked the end of that innocence, so too does the White Tree of Gondor, a mere shadow of Telperion, embody the sorrow of a diminished world, where beauty must contend with loss and impermanence. For the elves, who are bound to the fate of Arda until its very end, the memory of the two trees is a lingering sorrow. They remember the fullness of that ancient light, a splendor never to be reclaimed. Their immortality binds them to that loss, for they cannot escape the slow fading of the world they once knew. In contrast, men, the second-born, are gifted the doom of Iluvatar, mortality, a release from the confines of the world and a journey beyond the circles of the world. Yet, in their limited time, men possess the freedom to shape their destiny, and the White Tree becomes a symbol of this fragile hope, an inheritance of ancient grace that must be protected, nurtured, and renewed by mortal hands. Aragorn's discovery and planting of the new sapling is not merely a restoration of kingship. It is the fulfillment of an ancient bond between elves and men. As a descendant of Elros, brother of Elrond, Aragorn carries the blood of both mortal and immortal heritage, bridging the divide between the two races. His reign and the flourishing of the White Tree under his hand signifies a fleeting reunion of the sundered destinies of elves and men. Yet it is also bittersweet. With the departure of the elves from Middle-earth at the end of the Third Age, the lingering light of the two trees grows dimmer still. The burden of memory, once shared, falls entirely upon mortal shoulders. This theme of fading echoes the concept of Arda Mard, the idea that the world, from its earliest days, was wounded by Morgoth's malice. The lingering beauty of the White Tree, like the grace of the elves, is a reflection of what was lost. Even in moments of renewal, such as the coronation of Aragorn and the planting of the sapling, the shadow of what could have been haunts the narrative. The glory of Valinor cannot be reclaimed in Middle-earth, it can only be remembered, and those memories, though beautiful, carry the weight of sorrow. Yet, within this sorrow lies one of Tolkien's most enduring messages, that even the smallest echoes of ancient light can inspire great deeds. The White Tree, though diminished, becomes a symbol of defiance against despair. It stands for the endurance of hope in the face of overwhelming darkness, a reminder that beauty, though fleeting, is worth protecting. Aragorn's reign, illuminated by the flowering of the White Tree, signifies the brief but powerful triumph of goodness, a victory that, though temporary in the grand tapestry of Arda, resonates with the promise of renewal and grace. In the vast expanse of Tolkien's mythology, the symbolism of the White Tree reaches beyond mere lineage or historical significance. It becomes a meditation on fate, free will, and the enduring power of memory. At its heart, the survival and renewal of the White Tree reflect the delicate balance between doom, the predestined course of events shaped by the will of Eru Ilúvatar, and the choices made by those who dwell in Arda. This balance is seen most clearly in the actions of men, who, though bound by the mortality granted by Ilúvatar, possess the freedom to defy despair and shape their own destinies. Aragorn's decision to seek out a new sapling upon Mindolluin is not dictated by fate alone. It is an act of free will driven by hope and reverence for the ancient legacies of his people. Though the prophecy of the return of the king had long been spoken, its fulfillment required not just lineage, but choice, wisdom, and sacrifice. The flowering of the White Tree under Aragorn's reign is not merely a sign of destiny fulfilled, but a testament to his worthiness. A reflection of Tolkien's belief that greatness is not inherited by blood alone, but earned through courage, humility, and steadfastness in the face of darkness. The tree's enduring presence in Gondor also underscores the profound importance of memory in Tolkien's world. The withered tree that stood in the court of the fountain for centuries, untouched and revered, served as a living memory of what had been lost. In this, Tolkien mirrors the elves' role in Middle-earth, keepers of ancient history, bearers of sorrowful remembrance. Yet, unlike the elves, who are bound to the memories of what once was, men carry a different burden: the responsibility to learn from the past and forge a future shaped by those lessons. This reverence for memory is echoed in Tolkien's own reflections on the passage of time and the inevitable fading of glory. The White Tree's survival across the ages is a fragile thread connecting the present to the distant past, a reminder of Valinor's ancient light and Númenor's tragic fall. Every new sapling is not a resurrection of what was lost, but a renewal of hope, carrying forward the legacy of light into an ever-darkening world. This theme resonates with Tolkien's deep awareness of history's weight and the sorrow of a world in decline, where the brightest lights are destined to fade. Yet, even amid this fading light, Tolkien's mythology offers a profound sense of hope. The rebirth of the White Tree under Aragorn's reign does not erase the sorrow of the past. It acknowledges it, honors it, and yet dares to believe in renewal. It reflects Tolkien's belief in the importance of small victories, fleeting moments of beauty, and the enduring power of good to rise, even if only for a time. The flowering of the White Tree is not a return to the glory of Valinor, but a symbol that, even in a marred world, echoes of that ancient grace can still bloom. In the end, the White Tree of Gondor is more than a relic of the elder days. It is a living testament to resilience, memory, and the unbroken connection between the mortal world and the divine. Its roots stretch back to the dawn of Arda, and its blossoms carry the light of Telperion across ages of shadow and sorrow. Through its enduring legacy, Tolkien reminds us that though all things must fade, the echoes of ancient beauty can inspire hope, and through the courage of the faithful, even the smallest light can defy the darkness.